Hey, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you're here with me today. You know, I want you to grab your favorite drink, maybe get a cozy blanket, and get ready to hang out with me for a while. Because today we're going on a real journey, a long, deep dive into a topic that so many English learners struggle with, but are often too shy to really talk about: your accent. Yeah, that thing that makes you feel weird, nervous, embarrassed, maybe even frustrated sometimes. Have you ever had someone tilt their head and say, "Sorry, can you say that again?" Or maybe you saw that blank stare and you knew they didn't understand you at all and you just wanted to disappear, right? I've been there. And today I'm going to tell you why your English accent sounds weird, why it feels so hard to fix, and most importantly, how you can fix it faster than you think. We're going to talk about the science, the mindset, and the exact daily steps. I'm also going to share personal stories, some funny, some embarrassing, and I'll share amazing stories from learners around the world. So let's get comfy and get started. You know, I still remember the first time I spoke English outside of class. I thought I was ready. I knew my grammar, I knew so many words. I felt like I was a genius in my own room. But the moment I opened my mouth at a burger shop in New York, I said something like, "Can I have a burger and phrase?" The cashier looked at me, completely lost. I repeated it. Nothing. I ended up pointing at the menu, red-faced. I could feel my cheeks burning. After that, I started avoiding certain words. I would avoid burger, world, three, or girl. All those words with R and eth sounds terrified me. It felt like every time I spoke, I was holding my breath. I thought, maybe I'm just not good enough for English. But that wasn't true. I just didn't know the real reason why my accent sounded weird. Okay, let's get technical. But don't worry, I'll keep it super friendly. Your accent isn't weird because you're bad at English. It's weird to others because of muscle memory. When you grow up, your tongue, lips, jaw, they get used to certain sounds. These movements become automatic. Imagine you've been dancing salsa your whole life, and now someone tells you to dance ballet. Your body wants to keep doing salsa, right? Same with sounds. Also, each language has different sounds, different rhythms, different intonation patterns, and different stress. For example, English is stress-timed. It has a music-like rhythm. Spanish or Japanese are syllable-timed. Each syllable gets equal time. Many Asian languages have a more flat intonation. English has ups and downs like a roller coaster. When these differences mix with your native habits, your accent sounds off to native speakers. All right, let's talk about you now. I want you to do this exercise. Grab your phone or a recorder. Read a short paragraph slowly. Maybe something like, "My name is Jessica. I love learning English because it helps me meet new people and learn about new cultures." Then, and this is the hard part, listen to it. Notice. Which sounds feel awkward? Which words do you rush? Do you drop certain sounds at the end? Does your voice sound flat or musical? Write down these observations. Congrats! You just made your first accent map. You now have a personal roadmap of what to work on. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. 1. The th sound like in think and this. Tip, put your tongue between your teeth and blow air softly. Try think. Thank you. 33. To V versus B Spanish speakers often mix these. Tip, for a V, your top teeth touch your bottom lip lightly and you vibrate. Try very vivid, vote. 3. The American R common. Trouble for Asian and European speakers. Tip, curl your tongue slightly back. Don't touch the roof of your mouth. Try red really, right. 4 long versus short vowels, ship versus sheep. Tip, stretch your mouth for long sounds. Try bit versus beat, live versus leave. 5 consonant clusters like in spring or street. Tip, practice slowly, then speed up. We could spend hours here and maybe we will today. Let's do a fun exercise together. Pick a sentence. I didn't say he stole the money. Repeat after me. Now we'll change the meaning by stressing different words. I didn't say he stole the money. Maybe someone else did? I didn't say he stole the money. I hinted but didn't say. I didn't say he stole the money. Someone else stole it. I didn't say he stole the money. Maybe he borrowed it. See? Rhythm and stress carry meaning. Repeat these again and again. Feel the melody in your body. Okay, you know what time it is. Muscle time. We're going to treat your mouth and tongue like going to the gym. Morning, 5 minutes of minimal pairs, sheep versus ship, live versus leave. Lunch, shadow a 1-minute native speaker video. Evening, record 1 paragraph. It sounds small, but consistency beats intensity. Daily small steps equals big changes. Let's pause for a second. Why are we so scared of speaking? Because we fear judgment. We want to sound perfect. We're afraid of looking stupid. But here's the truth. Most people admire you for learning. Native speakers make mistakes too. Your voice is your story. Instead of thinking, I must sound perfect, think, I want to connect. When you let go of shame, your learning speed skyrockets. Let me share some amazing stories from around the world. Carlos from Brazil avoided V sounds for years, finally tackled them, and now runs an English podcast. Mina from Korea worked on linking sounds, now leads English workshops confidently. Ahmed from Egypt focused on rhythm and stress, landed an international sales job. Lucy from France practiced H sounds with daily recordings, gave a wedding speech in English confidently. You are not alone. We all start somewhere. All right, let's bust some myths. Do I need a native accent to get a good job? Nope. Clarity beats perfection every time. Can adults really change their accent? Absolutely. It takes patience, but your muscles can adapt. Should I sound British or American? Up to you. Choose what feels comfortable. The key is consistency. Will people laugh at me? Maybe sometimes, but that's on them. You're brave, you're growing, and you're stronger for trying. Here's a plan for you. Week 1, identify problem sounds, make your accent map. Week 2, focus on minimal pairs and stress practice. Week 3, start shadowing daily for 5 to 10 minutes. Week 4, add recording sessions, share with a friend or online, repeat, track, celebrate. Here's your big mission. Pick one sound today, practice it for 10 minutes, record yourself, then comment on this episode. Mission complete. I practiced this today. Let's build a brave learning community. We'll support each other, laugh together, and grow together. Take a deep breath. Feel that? That's your potential waking up. Your accent is not something to hide. It's something to shape and polish. It's your story, your culture, your journey. No one else in the world sounds exactly like you. And that's beautiful. Thank you for spending this long, powerful session with me. If this inspired you, share it with a friend, subscribe, and join our next episode. And always remember, speak clearly, speak bravely, and share your story with the world. I believe in you, and I'll see you next time.